The story says, Allama Majlisi says to one of his close companions, you know, one of the Tullab Ulama or something, one of his friends, they make a pact with each other. They say that whichever one of us dies first, we have to come into the dream of the other one to tell them what death and akhirah is like. So if I die first, I'm coming into your dream. If you die first, you come into my dream. Deal? Deal. Allama Majlisi died first. And he comes into the dream of his friend. In this qissa, the narration says that the friend was waiting a very long time. It doesn't specify how long, weeks, months, years. Very long time for Allama Majlisi to come into his dream. So eventually that night, after this long period, he enters into the dream and his friend says, what took you so long? Where have you been? You know, been waiting for you. Allama Majlisi says, the interrogation of the malaika just finished. If this is Allama Majlisi, what hope do I have? That's how long the interrogation took. You know, who is your Lord? What is your Kaaba? Who is your Prophet? Who is your Imam? The interrogation took this long, maybe weeks, months. May Allah protect us. So now the friend asks him in the dream, okay, so tell me what happened when you died? What happened with the interrogation of the malaika? What's it like in this barzakh? Allama Majlisi says, I answered all the questions of my belief, believing in Allah, the Kaaba, the Quran, the Prophet, Ali ibn Abi Talib, salamullahi alayhim ajma'een. It then came to the point where they said, give us a reason to let you into Jannah. Malaika say to Allama al-Majlisi, rahmatullahi ta'ala alayh, okay, you give us one good reason to allow you to Jannah. So of course the friend is wanting to know, what did you say? What did you say that allowed you into Jannah? Allama Majlisi responded by saying, of course I offered them all the works that I did. Said, look, 110 volumes, Bihar al-Anwar, Mir'at al-Uqul, this compilation, that compilation. The Malaika said, no, give us something else. We're not accepting it. We want something even purer than this. Allama says to his friend in his dream, I racked my brains, these are my words, I racked my brains to think. I sat and I thought, what do I have to offer that is greater than Bihar al-Anwar? That is greater than everything I've done? And eventually it came to me. I remembered one night whilst I was in my studies, I had my books open and I had my pen and I had some water, I had some ink, and there was a fly that was buzzing around my head. It was bugging me. And eventually that fly landed on that water or on that ink. Normally, what I would have done is I would have swatted it away. But it occurred to me for one moment, maybe this fly is tired. Let it rest. It occurred to me for one moment, maybe this fly is thirsty and it's taking a sip of a drink from this water or from this ink. Let it take it. And I decided not to bat the fly away. And as normal, after a few seconds, the fly buzzed away. I present this action of sincerity to you, Malaika. The Malaika said, Udkhuluha bisalamin aminin. Enter into Jannah. You see, that one moment of interaction with the creation of Allah sincerely was good enough to grant Allama al-Majlisi Jannah. Do you not imagine that when we interact with creation well, when we stop felling the trees, when we bring about growth, when we reinstall balance into the planet, that the planet will not respond back positively? For sure, by Allah, thumma by Allah, it will. This is the promise of the Quran itself.